my word, have you ever seen anything as beautiful on a Friday afternoon in Belfast? It's the first of the day. Well, went for the in-swinger, and Adair backing away. Third is inside the ring, and the Ireland fans in the crowd are up and about.
In that carry and pace, he's quite quick in the air as well. And no chance for Abhishek.
Smashed a long way in front of square, no chance for the sweeper. Well, you mentioned back of the length, that was just too short.
Picked it up from outside off stump.
Straight up in the air. It's gone a long way up. Sanju Samson with the gloves took control of the situation, as any good wicketkeeper does.
Not too short, the hard length that we're talking about. Not much footwork again, using the bottom hand. Interesting shot innings from Adair. Gone for 12 of 7, 20 for 1 Ireland.
Now they're not out of the screws. Nowhere near the middle of the bat. Oh, punched it. He's punched it over the rope. Shivam Dubé did all the hard work. He got there, he made the ground and made a mess of it.
He did all the hard work, the tough bit of it, which is reaching. Kind of sliced it a little bit, or got there comfortably. And not just that, Shivam then parries it over the boundary, and in the process...
Oh, I mentioned Harry Tector early on. He feels for the ball outside the off stump. It's straight through to Sanju. Routine.
Right, you can protect yourself, because that's a rough wicket. You called it, Niall. Outside edge, Harry Tector gone without scoring. 25 for 2 Ireland.
Leg side. Don't cut that off. So Tim Tector is living slightly dangerously, but at the moment he's entertaining the crowd.
The bat kind of slipping in his hands as well.
Now then, straight up in the air. Simple as you like, and Ireland are gifting India wickets here in the power play.
Kind of slicing it. He did slice the previous one as well to the boundary, but this one...
Shorter, top edge. There's a man trying to run around, but hasn't got enough. It's going to go all the way. And a very welcome boundary for Ireland.
And the length encouraged him to take the field on. I'm sure he would have had his heart in his mouth for a while. Does it have the pace on it?
Beautiful shot, glorious shot, straight down the ground, all the way. And that is the best possible way to bring up the Ireland 50.
A good sight to see if you're an Irish fan. Gets the feet moving, gives himself room.
And he might just have a birthday present. Getting under it. That's a glorious catch, a wonderful catch with a rough wicket.
Tucked up for room, loves room outside off stump. Ben Callitz, and just not enough room to get the bat through in time. Ben Callitz goes for 15, Ireland 51 for 4.
That's better from Lorcan Tucker. That's a lot more like Lorcan Tucker. This one to the boundary for the Ireland captain.
But bottom wrist comes through, great balance, and not worried about getting caught in the deep.
Well, down the ground, and that is a good shot. Very good flat bat. Garrett Delaney has a lot of ability for a long time.
Yeah, Patrick Christian's bit back into the wicket, just allowing Garrett to free his arms there, and a straight pull shot over mid-off. As you said, Garrett's batted pretty much everywhere in the order, so well used to facing.
Down the ground, it looked really good from Lorcan Tucker. Footwork was so smooth.
Using his feet beautifully, as you can see, hitting right through the ball. They'll look to target the spin, I think. They've had a difficult time against the seamers and the quickies.
Well, he did go back into the surface, and Lorcan Tucker read the game beautifully.
Outside off stump and used that little scoop. A very, very favourite shot of his. Just up near the glove.
It's up in the air. Good effort. Very good effort, but not good enough to catch it.
That's 2 chances now of gone and begging. I think you're being a little bit kind for them to know about.
That's the pocket we're talking about. Extra cover. And it's hit well enough to find another boundary. Second of the over.
If you're Shreyas Iyer, because you need to cut off that angle exactly there, because the square boundaries are by far the longest. So try and get the batters to hit those square boundaries if you possibly can.
That's a lovely hit. That is a glorious hit. 100 comes up, and this is a big over. Ireland on the move. I'll find the gap. That's hit very nicely.
Oh, just got a little bit deep, and it's too short at that pace. Stood nice and still. It didn't go quite all the way, but have a look at this for technique. Well, comes back for the second, and that's going to be a 12th T20 international half century for Lorcan Tucker. And every single time he's captain Ireland, he's got to 50. Well batted, new Ireland captain, 111 for Ireland.
Straight down the throat. Partnership broken.
Oh, brought back into the attack to do just this as Rana took the pace off, and the fielder placed perfectly as well. Lorcan Tucker, he rebuilt things beautifully for Ireland, but he's got to go.
Oh, that's an absolute gift. A high full toss.
Well caught up with. You're not expecting this.
That's very smartly played. Good use of the bottom hand. Almost scooped it.
You have to perform. That's what will be in the minds of all these Indian players. And Washington Sundar has been left quite late to come into the bowling attack.
A little unlucky, Washington Sundar. The outside edge will find another boundary.
Because he's on more than that, but that's Gareth Delaney who's got a thick edge. Gave himself room, and I think actually Washington Sundar's read it brilliantly. What he didn't read was the thick edge.
Clubbed straight. It'll read 4 for George Dockrell. Hit powerfully and with precision.
Over pitching, looking for boundaries, feeding into George Dockrell's arc, and
Straight again, glorious power. It bisects the fielders directly behind the bowler. And approaching the 150 now, Ireland.
straight over the top of the bowler and powered away to the boundary for 4. Two very dangerous batters at the crease.
Tucked him up, but he's worked it away beautifully, and that'll go all the way.
Previous ball pitched up, he hammers over the top. This ball back of a length at the body, and something the Irish top order didn't do. They didn't use the pace of the Indian bowlers enough. They tried to hit a lot in front of square on the power play.
Slower ball, same result. 6-6-6 to finish.
Right into the slot.
This one takes an edge and it's going to be out. Arshdeep Singh manages to cling on. 64 now. As they lose their 6th wicket. Looking for the reverse. Outside, I think.
Yeah, pitched that side leg there from left arm around. Liam McCarthy's favourite shot. The reverse sweep.
Stress wants to review. Cut away. Fielders are in. There is some cover, but he's rather square, and that will race away for 4.
A little bit of width on show. Liam McCarthy watching it right onto the bat. Great close up there. Eyes on the ball and using the pace on show, and up over a third man for 4.
Lifted up, and this is likely to be out. Akshar Patel underneath it, makes no mistake. Delaney's gone for 49, and that concludes the 19th. Ireland now 7 down, 178 on the board. Known for his bowling. That is lofted by Liam McCarthy in the final over, but a brilliant running catch from Tilak Varma means Ireland have lost 2 in 2.